Nehemiah faces the fear. Nehemiah faces the doubt. Nehemiah faces the insecurity. And up until this point, he's not yet vision cast. Here's why I'm here. But in the next few verses, he does just that. Up until now, we just read that it said that he had not yet told the Jews, the priests, the nobles, the officials, and the rest who are to do the work. So everybody's there just kind of hanging out doing life. They don't know why Nehemiah is there. They don't know, man, we're going to get to work and we're going to rebuild this thing. And Nehemiah just inspects. He says, I've not yet shared the vision, but I'm about to. And in the next couple of verses, he starts to give this incredible motivational speech. Like this is William Wallace in Braveheart. This is the president in Independence Day. This is, man, cue the music. I want to have all the emotion. And he starts to speak to the children of Israel. And he says this about what's taking place. He says, listen to me. You see the trouble that we're in. Jerusalem lies in ruins. Its gates have been ruined by fire. Come, let us rebuild the walls of Jerusalem, that we may no longer be mocked. The hand of God has been upon me, and the king has shown me favor. And the people that are there, the people who just days before had been living in shame, thinking there's no hope, our city's destroyed, we're being taken advantage of, and even though people are taking advantage of us, they're sitting there just days before living in shame, thinking there's no hope. And they begin to listen to the speech of Nehemiah. And their response is to respond and say, come, let us rebuild the walls. And then Nehemiah turns his attention to the enemies who are at the gate, to the naysayers who sat and mocked. We'll hear more about them next week. But he turns his attention to them. He turns to his critics and he says this, the God of heaven will make us prosper, and we, his servants, will arise and build. But as for you, you naysayers, as for you, you enemies, you critics, you have no claim on this land. See, when we start to share that vision, when we start to deal with our own insecurities, we start to deal with our own fears, there are going to be people who outside, and there's going to be our own mind inside of us that are trying to distract us from that vision and say, you are not going to be capable of accomplishing this vision. There's no way. There's going to be those naysayers that try to get into our mind, and sometimes we are our own worst critic. And our response has to be Nehemiah's response. And he says, but as for you naysayers, as for you critics, you have no claim on this land. I'm doing something right now that God has ordained for me to do, and you yourself have no claim on this land.